making a lot of money, and I was like, that is not me.
I don't understand how, oh, I'm gonna cry.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I have a special guest.
Hello.
Natty Poo. When you were in my last vlog, everyone's like, bring Nat back, bring Nat back, we miss her.
Just make it.
Because you're perfect, right?
Yes. Should be the Nat channel.
Oh, so we have just been out running some errands. I had to film
like the good old days.
Like the good old days.
Like the good old days.
Had to film a lot for my app this morning, and we will be home soon. We're going to do a full haul of the Rainbow collection, which is really exciting. But we also want to quickly, I say quickly, we're going to try and keep it under 10 minutes, have a little story time about when my identity got stolen, because Nat was actually with me when it went down the day we found out. We were both sitting upstairs. This is ages ago, literally like
a few years.
A year and a half ago.
At least.
Crazy, but when this actually went down, it was just such a crazy story. So I'm going to tell you that when we are parked, because Nat was with me and I want her to help tell me it because it's so long ago. I have to remember like little details.
I know.
And I also want to share a few facts about identity theft because it's just so crazy how common it is. But when we get there, we'll start. We're just sitting in our car, but we thought we'd try and make this short. Oh shit. I just share everything. I'm just such a kind, giving, selfless.
This is the story of our identity.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we don't have much time, so let's get going. So let's cut it, try and make it real short. We were sitting at our desk on a Tuesday afternoon, and Steve has said, Ashy,
you've got a couple of defaults on your credit file.
Big amounts of money that he was like, what have you bought here, here, and here? And why did you get this credit card out for X amount of dollars? I was like...
And phone bills, it was like phone bills, loans, and credit cards.
I'm talking a lot of money, and I was like, that is not me. It's like, your name's all over it. You have got out this loan, you've bought this, you've gone here, you've got this phone bill. Like, what are you doing? And I was like, I swear, babe, I'm like, I was laughing because I'm like, this is, I would tell you if I was getting something, and why would I go and get out a loan for that? Like, it just did not make sense. And you were kind of like, no, she hasn't, like.
Yeah, it was so weird. And then so what I had to do is just go through every single thing, and I looked at your like super old phone numbers and anything of like where it happened, and it just didn't link.
You were like,
up.
did you buy a laptop from this place? Or, and I was like, no, I haven't bought anything.
It was so bizarre. And what was more weird was that like, there was lots of amount of money, except some, like maybe one or two things are actually completely paid out. So it was like you'd paid it out, and then, well, whoever had done this had paid it all out, and then you'd defaulted anyway, and then there was other things that weren't paid off. So then we were like, okay, this is not normal. So we asked to get like a full credit report on every single thing that Ashy Bynes had, and on there it had like this name. I don't know.
We're not allowed to say the name, no. I don't want to say the name.
But it had this other person's name who had the same address as Ashy from like a few years ago, and the same date of birth and the same license number.
But then I was like, that name looks so familiar. I was like, I know this person, like I know her. And I was like, I think she's a member of my gym. So I called up my customer service girl who I'm close with. She's worked with me for like 9 years. I said, can you just look this name up and check if she's a member of my gym? And she was, and it had all her emails of when she had cancelled, and it all lined up as to when she'd obviously got all of my details.
Yeah.
But then how did we find out where she'd got my details from? Because it was from where my details were in an insurance company. That's how she ripped off all my
it was in
personal details.
Yeah, it was in an insurance company, so that's where they were all found.
How did we find that out?
That's what the detective.
Oh, he found it out, did he?
The detective found it out.
Yeah. So we went to the police.
Yeah. So no. Firstly, we drove to the police because we were like, oh my god, this is actually really bad.
Fully taken my identity and got out all these loans and owed all this money.
And we went there, and they were just like,
oh yeah, they weren't very helpful to start with.
Really not helpful at all. And we were just pushed to a cybercrime unit. Now this cybercrime unit obviously deals with really hectic cybercrime. So this, on their scale of things, probably isn't the most important.
Understandably, kind of got put to the bottom of the priority list. Yeah.
But we were back and forth with the local detective on the Gold Coast. And
he was helpful.
He was super helpful, and he was basically even got like out a warrant to like go and a search warrant to go search her house and like call all these companies to see what had happened. And it went on and on and on. And in this time, you guys, like we were trying to refinance everything, and
we couldn't do anything.
We literally could not refinance anything at all because Ashy had all these defaults in her name. And trying to prove that to a credit company is really difficult.
It was, and I felt honestly so betrayed almost. We found her on social media, saw she'd gone traveling. I was just like, oh my god, she's using like my name to get money to do all of this stuff. It was just mind-blowing.
It was actually unheard of, like crazy.
And this went on for about a year and a half until it finally got closed, hey?
Yeah. And nothing actually eventuated with this girl. She didn't get in trouble or anything like that. It just ended up Ashy got these defaults cleared.
Thank goodness.
Because there was such like almost like an inquest into exactly what had happened. So the detective wrote a letter to the credit file company and had this all removed. But it's crazy. You can actually get away with it.
Well, I actually was doing a lot of research on it, and I wrote down quite a few facts because I just thought it was really interesting. Like, we've spoken about it so much.
Yeah.
And I thought not only just tell this story, but give you guys some facts to just be super, super careful with all of your details. But yeah, did you know that last year Australians lost almost $1 billion to scammers? $1 billion. That is so much money. When I read that, mind was blown.
Yeah.
And like, this is just something I don't hear about very often, and you're so naive to think that it's not going to happen to you.
Yeah.
Like, I never would have thought that would happen to me.
Lost. Like, that's it.
And to someone that I've obviously met before and has come and used my service and been a part of my community. Like, that's crazy. When someone steals your identity, they can access your bank account, they can apply for credit cards or loans in your name, get a driver's license, even set up a business. Mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Mind-blowing.
And once you've got a driver's license, like, that's it. You can do anything.
Yeah. It's actually one of the highest, like, it's one of the most common types of crimes in Australia.
Yeah.
The most common.
Wow.
What else? Other facts that I get. Apparently every 20 seconds, someone in Australia is a victim of identity crime. And I'm sure that's the same anywhere in the world, but obviously I just got Australian stats. Yeah, it obviously can affect your credit rating if you want to travel, get out loans, start a business, open a bank account, anything, it can affect it. So definitely make sure that you are doing everything you can to protect yourself. All your passwords, all your logins.
Mailbox.
That's
what we originally thought. We thought someone had like gone to your old when you
That's right.
and taken like a license or something.
That's what we thought.
And especially if you get somebody, if they get your identity and then build like everything around it, Facebook, everything like that, like it seems so legit. And for people like you who would rarely apply, you know, for loans.
Yeah.
And then you go and refinance and it's like, oh, actually, sorry. Like, people almost don't notice if you don't apply for loans, and you probably won't ever notice until you apply for a loan. And
I know.
like, okay.
Well, how long has she been getting away? It was a few years. Years. Yeah.
Years. When was the last
time? And I didn't notice.
You left that place?
Oh yeah, that was that old house.
What, like longer than 5 years ago?
Yeah, it would have been 6 years ago.
That's a long time. That's a long time to continuously. And I think the last one was like 2017. So Crazy. It was over like a long period of time that it was happening and just like getting away with it. No worries, whatever.
I know. It's still mind-blowing how many people get away with it.
Yeah.
Even little things like, I remember my mum was at a supermarket one time. It's kind of different, but her car got denied and she was like, what? And as she was at the counter, she got a call from like a Crime Stoppers or something and said, are you in France buying a wedding dress? Mum was like, no, I'm in Australia. Someone had got her credit card details and was trying to buy a dress over in France.
Yeah.
And her card had been declined and blocked and everything. I was like, what the hell does that happen?
Yeah, and they always say that be super careful, especially in Bali at the ATM machine.
I had $6,000 robbed in Bali from my... How do they do that? They must get an imprint
like
of
a scanner.
Yeah, I went back to my hotel and I got a call from the bank and $6,000 had been taken off my card. I was like mortified. But I did also want to give you guys a website, which I'm going to put up on the screen as well, just in case you do have any kind of issue with identity theft. You can contact ID Care, and it's a non-for-profit organization to help people recover their identity, which is so, so helpful. But yeah, let us warn you now that it can take a very long time. So buckle in tight and hold your breath, because it's extremely frustrating. It feels very violating, overwhelming, confusing to even understand how it can happen. But reach out, don't give up, be persistent. Like, thank God I had Nat to help me, because I was just like, oh my God, so overwhelmed, but you were so persistent.
And just because it took so long. And it's crazy because it's like, it's just a new thing will happen every day.
And every couple of months I'd be like, oh, have you heard anything from the constable? Because I was just like, forgot about it. I just wanted it out of sight, out of mind. And if I thought about it all the time, I would just get so upset about it. So kind of just carry on with my life, hoping that something would happen.
We had to fully go in there too, and you had to do like a full voiceover statement and everything.
It was hectic.
Yeah.
Wow. So anyways, that is our story time on that. I really want to tell you guys about it because it's an interesting, crazy
it's
story.
So important.
But more people need to talk about it, because you can't think you're too safe. Like when you are paying for something online, when you are handing over your passport details, your credit card details to even an insurance company, like, I'm not saying not to trust anyone, but it is scary. It can happen, because it happened to me. So just be super, super careful. That's all I gotta say. But anyways, guys, we will wrap this up here, and I will check in with you guys really soon.
Bye.
George, come here. Show us your face. Come here. Come here. Come here, big puppy dog. Come on. Come on. Come on. Guys, this dog weighs just as much as Taj. 15 kilos. You're a beast. A very cute one. Show us your head. Oh yeah. You're just so cute. Yes, you are. Oh. So tonight, Nat and I are having a sleepover. Monday nights we have started going to yoga, which has been awesome. We've only been to 3 sessions with Greg, but it's been really, really good. Just yin yoga, so it's really relaxing, really opens up our hips and our posture, and it's not a workout. I just don't like yoga that is considered a workout, like doing lunging and things that get my heart rate up. I go to yoga to really zen out my mind and just open up and stretch. So that's happening tonight, and we've got a bit of toned stuff to do now anyways, which is good. What else was I going to say? Today I launched 2 new products with my collaboration with More Life. So as you guys would have seen last vlog, I launched my chocolate fudge dough. This is something a little bit different. So if you haven't seen the whole collection, what I have with More Life, one of our most popular things that we've ever released is the Bye Bye Bloat tea. It's basically a tea with just 3 ingredients. Oh my God.
It's a snake.
Is it a snake?
I think so.
Look how big he is. Just blows my mind. Yeah, so Bye Bye Bloat has got 3 ingredients, and it basically helps with discomfort of bloating. Just if you've overeaten, or say for me, I'm quite sensitive to dairy. If I have dairy, it just helps with the pain of it, and it's really just calming and just a nice flavor. It's not overly strong of one particular ingredient. It's a really nice blend, and that's what I really wanted to focus on when I brought out these teas. They actually took quite a few samples because, you know, they had too much of this ingredient, or I wanted to try it with this or that. So it took a lot of samples, which was a little bit frustrating, I'm sure, on More Life's side of things, but they're so understanding with me wanting things to be absolutely perfect before I release it. So what we have, I bought choc fudge for us to make later.
Yeah.
Yum! But what we have is one for the morning and one for the night. So we have the Bye Bye Bloat tea, Rise and Shine. So this one just gives you a nice boost of energy because it's got green tea in there. It's got a little bit of ginger, and it just is a nice way to start your day, especially, you know how I always talk about warming up your body with bone broth or hot lemon water. Having a cup of tea will do this as well, and this is just so nice. So the one for the morning, and then we've got Bye Bye Bloat Hello Sleep. So perfect to have after dinner, especially if you're someone who has dessert all the time. Replace it with a cup of tea. It's got chamomile in there, which is really nice and relaxing. And if you remember ages ago, I used to have a Bye Bye Bloat tea that was lemon infused. If you love that one, you'll love this one. Not that it's lemon flavor, but it's got a subtle hint of lemon in there, which is really refreshing as well, but just calms you down and helps you have a nice relaxing sleep. So these two are now online, and you can get all 3 of the teas just in a pack, which makes it easier, and then you can try all of them. So I will link that down below, and I'll pop the website up on the screen as well, so you can check that all out. But we're going to do some work now, have a bit of a meeting about the launch next week because that's really exciting. Then go to yoga and probably cook some dinner and have some girly time. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We are off to the gym. We're going to do my hair booty today. I'm going to film a booty band workout for you guys. So I might just film that for you guys so you can really take note of what I do to really activate and warm up my glutes. And you could make this a whole workout if you did lots of rounds or added more onto it, but these few exercises, I did 5 rounds of these last week to warm up, and it was a burner, and it's just so good because you can do it if you're traveling, whatever, and just for a little mini workout. So that's what I'll show you guys today. But my period is like fully TMI for some people, but fully coming today because, oh my god, I showed Nat before, I was like, when I stand there relaxed, my stomach just like flops out. It's so bloated. My lower back last night was so sore, and so sore today. So that's fun. And Grettys HENS is this weekend, which is an all white party, so I love that for me. That's what Megan messaged me yesterday. She's like, oh, I'm due for mine, and it's a white party. Love that for me. Anyways, let's show you what we do. Morning. We just made brekkies. We've got a rye wrap, some ham, eggs, cheese, spinach, pickles, and barbecue sauce. Yum. Hello everyone. So I just washed my hair. I'm gonna wrap up this vlog here, but I quickly wanted to have a little chat with you guys about something. So we're about to record 2 podcasts. One is with one of my very dear friends, Greg, who I've been really close with for about 6 years. If you follow me on social media, you would know that he is my acupuncturist. I met him when doing a yoga class. I do yoga with him once a week, and he's just become a really good friend of mine over the years. So today's topic is very controversial. It brings up a lot of emotions and a lot of triggers for a lot of people. everyone has opinions on what we're going to be talking about. So what we're going to be talking about is being gay, growing up gay, the gay community, sexuality, how he handles the hate that he's had to deal with over the years, his perspective on everything, and he's just got such a positive outlook, and he's so compassionate and understanding with everyone, and he's just incredible. And I love the way he talks about the gay community and sexuality and being gay, whereas I still find the topic quite emotional. I still struggle to understand and to, what's the right words? I don't want to say the wrong thing. Is that you, Greg? That's him now. I still struggle to understand how people don't accept that love is love, in my opinion. I don't understand how someone can hate another human being for loving another human being. To me, if someone loves someone, they love their soul. It shouldn't be discriminated against because of gender. So I'm still struggling to not be emotional and a little bit almost, hello, come on in, come in. I'm just vlogging. I'm talking about, come in, this is good. Saying we're about to do the podcast, and I'm just explaining how I am still in a stage where I'm very reactive and emotional when it comes. Like last time we spoke about this, I cried. I bet you I'm gonna cry today. I've got my period, guys, and I'm very emotional, but I still get reactive and emotional talking about it because I'm saying I don't understand how, I'm gonna cry.
Well, anytime someone is unsure of someone else and how they are, then it invokes fear. And so it's the same if someone unsure about the color of someone's skin, or unsure about, you know, their, who knows, their personality.
I know, but I don't understand how when someone loves someone else, how someone can hate them for loving another soul.
It's all fear-based. It's all fear-based. They're scared.
But whether you're male or female, like if you love someone, you shouldn't get discriminated against. So like, so this is the
so
same.
It's going to be a good podcast. It's just going to be crying for 40 minutes.
And you think he'd be the emotional one, and he's not. He's so like,
I can get emotional about it, but it's also something that I've, you know,
dealt with and learned to deal with.
Yeah, and I deal with it every second that I'm awake. So, but it'll be interesting.
And it's only because I've gotten really close with Greg over the years that I've been opened up to what you guys go through.
And I think because you're such a caring person, you would also be protective of a friend if someone insulted them, or if someone said something untrue about them. You know, I feel the same way about you when people say things that aren't true, or if people, you know, make assumptions on how you became successful, or make assumptions that everything was handed to. Do you know what I mean? So there's also part of it is just when you really care about someone as a friend or however it is, you want them to be represented in their authenticity. You don't want 100%. People, you know, pulling them down when it's...
And I just feel like it's so sad that people miss out on friendships or connections with someone like you because of your sexuality. Like that just is insane to me.
Well, that is
They're missing out. But this podcast is going to be so raw and real because there's a lot of emotion in it, and I know a lot of our audience will feel that as well. But let's open up the conversation because I'm sick of it being taboo. I'm sick of people not speaking up about it. And I just think
for a lot of people, it's not taboo. And for example, for my circle, it's nothing. But I think with your audience, there will definitely be parents or grandparents or aunties or uncles,
different religions,
different backgrounds, who aren't yet, maybe even if it's not that they're against it, they might just have never spoken about it.
And it's new, like you said,
it's a new subject. Yeah, totally. So it's more just about going, oh, cool.
And the unknown can be scary, so I understand that, and I want to be really compassionate to everyone's opinions.
And some people are, you know, unfortunately, some people not only fear-based, but some people just aren't tolerant. Some people do have that insecurity within them that forces them to pull other people down. We have to accept that. We can't make everyone into...
But this is where I struggle because
the world can't just be everyone peaceful and everyone rainbows. I would love that, but we have so many different, you know, unique personalities in the world. But I think if everyone can just work at being a little bit more tolerant of everyone else, then the world will be a much better place.
This is where we're different right now because he's so understanding and compassionate. I'm still struggling. If we get hate on this podcast or even this from different religions or people putting you down, that's where I need to not react. And
no, there's no need. And I know you've become...
And I won't, but internally
you've become so much better at doing that even in the last couple of years.
Stuff.
Yeah, totally, because you're reacting to someone's fear, which feeds their fear.
I know.
You don't even need to give people love if you don't want to, but it's almost, it gets to the stage where you just go, okay, cool.
I just want everyone to love and accept each other. Like,
it's like in,
peace, like.
Isn't it Mean Girls where she goes, why can't we just make a cake out of rainbows?
Yeah.
You don't even go here.
I wish that I could bake a cake made out of rainbows and smiles and we'd all eat it, be happy.
She doesn't even go here.
Do you even go to this school?
No.
But legit, I wish we could all just accept
Isn't she
everyone
gorgeous?
for who they are, and if everyone could just live free and be authentically themselves, this world would be so much happier.
Yeah.
So
Well, we're
much
getting
judgment
there.
and
We're getting there.
criticism.
There's small miracles happening every day.
And that's why I want to talk about it, because I want there to be more awareness, more understanding, and more compassion. And the only way we can do that is to educate ourselves, connect, and hear everyone else's side.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
anyways, that's what the podcast is going to be about today. I really hope I don't cry the whole bloody time.
That's all right.
I'm going to wrap up this vlog here. I've got my bye-bye black tea. Do you want a tea?
Yes.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll make you a tea. I've got my tea, I've got my water, and I've got my Happy Way Choc Mint protein powder. It's so much liquid, I feel like I'm gonna be weeing so much. But I'm thirsty, I'm hungry. I just had breakfast as well. I trained this morning, that's why. But yeah, I really hope you guys do enjoy our Lessons podcast. If you are new to my YouTube channel, you might not have heard about it. It's called Lessons Podcast. It's Steve and I, we do it together. We upload a new episode every single Wednesday, and we interview incredible people with incredible stories, but most of all, they share a lesson. So every time you listen to Lessons Podcast, you will walk away with a new lesson, like something that you have learned and can take away and implement into your life or grow from, which is just incredible. Like, this is my favorite part of my work, apart from my activewear label. This is my favorite part of work because it's just being so present with whoever we're interviewing. We are learning so much, we're all connecting, and it's just providing such incredible, valuable insights into people's lives and experiences, and we can all learn from each other. So yeah, make sure you check it out, Lessons Podcast. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, as it really does support my channel, and I appreciate that so much. And give any feedback below, and I will see you guys in my next video, which will be Grettys HENS, and I cannot wait for that. See you guys soon. Bye.